The last Queen of France before the French Revolution has been one of the most misunderstood and betrayed figures in history. Marie Antoinette has been depicted as a symbol of extravagance and indifference. Her downfall was shaped by a series of betrayals, starting from the betrayal of public perception. Few people know that Marie Antoinette was born in Austria in 1755 and married King Louis XVII of France at just 14 years old. From the beginning, the French people distrusted her because she was a foreigner. She was nicknamed l'Autrichienne, a mix of Austrian and a French insult meaning bitch. Even though she initially tried to win over the French public, she was blamed for every political problem. An incident occurred in 1785 where a fake letter in her name was used to trick a jeweler of a diamond necklace, which destroyed her reputation, even though she had nothing to do with it. How about the infamous phrase, "let them eat cake," which was falsely attributed to her, further fueling hatred? The reality? She supported charities, adopted poor children, and even stopped wearing excessive jewelry to set an example. But the public saw only the Queen of Versailles, surrounded by luxury while they starved. It's like no matter good thing you do, you are an outsider and they never liked you in the first place, so no efforts of hers was appreciated. These led to betrayal, even by French court. Marie Antoinette's enemies were not just among the common people. Many in the royal court plotted against her. Royal advisors and nobles spread false rumors to weaken her influence over the king. Her own brother-in-law, the Comte de Provence, who later became King Louis XVIII, betrayed her by fleeing France and not helping her. Many aristocrats who once benefited from her protection turned against her when the revolution began, hoping to save themselves. Despite this, Marie Antoinette remained loyal to her husband and children, refusing to abandon them even when escape was possible. Unlike her husband, King Louis XVI, who was indecisive and hesitant. As the revolution gained momentum, he refused to take decisive action, allowing his enemies to gain power. He trusted the National Assembly too much, believing they wouldn't abolish the monarchy. When Marie Antoinette begged him to flee Paris earlier, he hesitated for too long, missing the best chances to escape. The Queen tried to convince him to be more assertive, but he refused, his lack of leadership leading to their downfall. In June 1791, Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI finally attempted to escape Paris with their children. Dressed as commoners, they tried to reach Montmédy, where royalist forces were waiting. When they reached Varennes, a former soldier recognized the king from a coin and were arrested by the local authorities, who sent them back to Paris in disgrace. This failed escape sealed their fate. The French people no longer saw them as misguided rulers, they saw them as traitors.